Hey guys, this is Niko, and today I'm gonna give you the top 10 rules of money. I truly believe that those rules will change your life. Some of the rules you've never heard of, and I really want you to see rule number 10, which will represent the only four ways to generate money. So it's going to be a very, very cool presentation. And right now, I have one of those screen share videos, so I'm gonna take you inside my computer and I'm gonna start this presentation. So let's go. The presentation name is 10 Rare Rules of Money. And we're gonna start with the very first rule. In order to make money, you need to understand what is the purpose of money. And the main purpose of money, in my opinion, is to exchange value. So, money is used as a medium of exchange, something that people can buy and sell from one another. And I just wanted to give you this example. Back in the days, let's imagine people had no money, and you're a fisherman, and you're the fisherman on the left, and you want to buy a cow. And in order for you to buy a cow, you need to go to the farmer and you need to negotiate the cow. And how much would you pay for the cow? You need to negotiate. You'll be like, hey man, I'm gonna give you like 20 kilos of fish and you're gonna give me the cow. So this exchange back in the days was very, very difficult, and that's why money was created, right? And today, we exchange money for everything. We exchange money for time. We exchange money for products, services, goods, whatever. And in order to make money, you need to have something valuable to exchange, uh, you know. So, for example, if you're a fisherman, you're gonna sell 100 kilograms of fish for, let's say, $100,000. And that's the main idea of money, to exchange. If you want to make money, you need to ask yourself, what's the value I provide, so you can make an exchange that's, let's say, valuable for you. And this is like super, super important because I see that there are like a lot of people who want to make money, but they don't have anything valuable to offer. That's going to be very, very difficult. And in order to make money, and this leads us to rule number two, you need to be somebody. Today, in today's society, the people who make the most money are the doctors, the experts, the businessmen, the athletes, but also the plumbers. They also make money, right? They're not like super rich, they're not like super wealthy, but they also make money because they're people who provide value to other people, and the society recognizes them as somebody who serves value to other people. So, rule number two, in order to make money, be somebody who is recognized by society as value provider. The third rule would be to do something, right? And here, even like if you're a in construction business, you're doing something that people consider value, right? People consider this thing valuable, so they're gonna give you money. And it is like as simple as that. If you do nothing, if you're nobody, it's going to be very, very hard to make any money. It's going to be very, very hard to attract money because, as I said, money is a tool that helps people exchange value between them. The fourth rule about money would be that money doesn't care about good or bad, you know. And you'll be like, oh, he's such a good person. Why does he doesn't make any money, right? Why is he so poor? But money doesn't care if you do something good or bad. And I'm just gonna give you this example. For example, there are like a lot of drug dealers who are like filthy rich, and they're doing something very, very bad. They're doing something very illegal, right? But they're still rich. They still make a lot of money. And what's the fundamental here? The drug dealers exchange drugs for money, and that's how they become rich. But overall, money doesn't care about emotion. Money doesn't care about guilt. Money doesn't care about anything that is considered like emotional. If you have something that is of a true value, people will give you money for it and you'll make a lot of money. And it is as simple as that. The next thing I want to talk about, this would be money goes where money is, right? Probably you heard it. But let's say if you're somebody who has no money, you have $0 in your bank account, and to go from $0 to in your bank account to $100,000 is going to be very, very difficult. And for me, this process also took quite a lot of effort. I had to become an expert. I had to learn Facebook ads. I had to learn how to get clients. I had to learn how to sell. I had to learn how to do accounting. I had to learn how to set up a profitable business. So for me, the process from zero to $100,000 took quite a lot of effort. But once I have like $100,000, it's much more easier to make money. For example, with $100,000, I can buy land, and later on I can sell that land for like $200,000. So money attracts more money, and this is just like a nature, a nature law, universal law. Um, for example, if you see a tree, the tree doesn't grow just one fruit, it grows plenty. And it's like the same with money. Money goes where money is. So it's going to be much easier to make money if you already have money. But if you don't have money and you want to make money, it's still very possible if you start doing something, and if you become somebody, super, super important. And yeah, here is just like the example between the rich and the poor. The poor doesn't have any money, so it's very difficult for him to build businesses, to buy, let's say, land, to buy real estate. So this is just how the world works. This is how the universe works. Money goes where money is. And another thing I want to mention here, having money won't make you rich, right? I grew up poor. I grew up in a poor family. And for me, I had this dream to buy a brand new pair of like Adidas shoes, right? We were so broke that we couldn't afford it. And whenever I got my Adidas shoes, I started making some money. So I started buying like Nikes and Adidas. And now I'm taking a look at like designer brands such as Balenciaga, Cartier, etc., etc. And I still feel like poor somehow. I'm not like super wealthy. I have money. I have like a very decent lifestyle, but still, money itself won't make you rich, right? And here I have a quote by Seneca, and he says, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." So no matter how much money you make, if you crave more and more, and if you compare yourself to like ultra rich and super rich people, you always be poor in your head. So it's like super, super important to know that it's your desire that makes you poor, not the money you have in your bank account. The next thing that I want to mention is understanding assets and liabilities. If you make money, you need to invest your money in assets. And right now we live in like the social media era, and everybody on the social media is flexing with their cars, with their fancy clothes, with their jewelry. But rich people invest in assets. An asset is something that will generate money for you. For example, buying a rental property is an asset. And here on the picture, you can see that if you can buy a house for $150,000, you can generate income by renting the house, and you're gonna generate $800 per month. This house will also grow in value. So in like 5 years, this house could cost $200,000. So you'll make quite a lot of money just by owning the house and renting the house. And on the left, if you own a liability, which is like a fancy car, I'm not sure what's the car, it might be a Bugatti or something, but the car costs like $70,000, and you have like a lot of expenses for this car, because sports cars, they break. You need to change oil, you need to change gasoline. So over time, you still have to make like a payment for the car, but you also need to like repair the car, and the car will depreciate in value. So you bought the car for like 70,000, and maybe in 5 or 6 years you'll be able to sell the car for 40,000. So basically you're losing money, you know. And poor people, they just wanna look rich. They just wanna travel to fancy places. They wanna buy fancy cars, but at the end of the day, they're uh, getting money from the bank to pay for their expensive lifestyle. Rich people, they don't care about the lifestyle. They just want to have money in the bank. They want to feel secure. They want to have multiple income sources, and this is the main idea. So whenever you buy something, think: uh, is it gonna make you money on the long run, or is it gonna lose you money on the long run? Because it's very easy to buy like fancy stuff. It's very easy to be cool on the social media, but it's like super, super difficult to invest in assets because the assets that are worth investing cost money. For example, right now you can buy crypto, you can buy NFTs. I'm not sure if those will increase in value over time. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the cryptocurrency market. But let's say if you want to buy land or if you want to buy a house is much more expensive um, than like a fancy car. So you need to have a discipline to save. But on the long run, your asset will make you a lot of money. The next thing that I want to talk about would be like spend less than you earn. And this is just a discipline. For example, if you earn $8,000 and if you spend all of the money, you develop a habit um, that you're just spending all of your money. And whenever you start making like 1 million instead of like $8,000, you're still gonna spend all the money you earn. You're still gonna buy like fancy cars, you're gonna buy fancy jewelry, you're gonna buy fancy clothes, and you're gonna be just super, super broke at the end of the day. So, no matter how much money you make right now, make sure you learn how to save a decent amount of the money you earn, because on the long term the money you save, they compound. And for example, if you want to buy an asset, you need to be able to spend a decent amount of your money, you know. Right now there are like a lot of people who look rich but they're like super poor because they spend all the money that they earn on stupid stuff. They have loans and they're just super, super broke. So in my opinion, learn how to save money. Super, super important. And yeah, this is like the rule: become good at saving money. It's like super boring, it's not fancy, you won't own any cool stuff, but at the end of the day, um, if you want to be financially free, you need to be good at saving money. It's a habit, it's not a sexy habit, but that's the game. And here, as rule number 10, this is the um, cash flow quadrant by this guy, Robert Kiyosaki. He mentions this quadrant in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And according to him, there are only four ways to produce income. You can produce income as an employee, you can produce income as self employed, you can produce income as a business owner, and you can produce income as an investor. So, pretty much looking at this quadrant, I worked as an employee, I worked as self employed, I'm running my own business right now, and um, in many cases, you exchange your time for money if you're employee or if you're self-employed. And usually, when you do that, in many cases, you're limited to making a certain amount of money, right? Um, so you can work only like 10 hours per day. That's why you can only earn $2,000 at the end of the month. If you're self-employed, you can still charge a little bit higher because then you work with clients, but you still exchange your time for money. When you go for the business owner income, you use other people time, and this will help you make money. But you still need to manage a team. You still to get clients. So being a business owner, it's not easy, but your income will not depend on your time as much. But you still need to have like leadership skills, project management skills, team management skills. So it's not easy. And if you become an investor, your money makes money for you. So here you can buy real estate, you can buy stocks, you can buy bonds, you can buy assets that will make money on the long term. So whenever I think about making money, this quadrant always comes to my mind. And let's say if I'm investor, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna make the most of the money, right? But you can always be an investor. Even if you're an employee, you can always save up some money and invest in something. If you're self-employed, you can always make some money, save some money, and invest in something. That's why I consider very, very important for you to keep a very, very cheap lifestyle and to save as much money as possible because money compounds over time and money goes where money is. So if you start saving up some money, you have a place where other money could come. So it is as simple as that. And those are my 10 most important money rules. And now let me get back to my main camera. I hope you like this presentation. My name is Niko and this is my channel. In this channel, I talk about business, marketing, and wealth. If you have any money questions, make sure you write them down in the comments. I would love if you subscribe to my channel. And if you are running an online business and if you want to generate more sales, make sure you check the links in the description. And I'm gonna talk to you soon. Thank you for watching.